Hey everyone, today I'm going to be playing Axiom Verge 2 again. Before I start, I'm going to say I have attempted to play this game like 4 times, as in play this game on, for a video, and every single time something happens. So hopefully this time it'll work out. You know, the sound won't fuck up. The rendering process after the video has been recorded won't like break the video somehow. Everything will work. Holy shit. I've played the first part of this game like so many times. I at least won't get lost. That's a plus. Anyway, like most games, this is my first save, and this I believe was me experimenting with sequence breaks. This technically wasn't my first playthrough because I did play this game when it first launched, and when it first launched, it launched exclusively on the Epic Store, which I do not have. Nevertheless, we will begin our new game. In the year 2007, a young scientist, Dr. Elizabeth Hammond, revolutionized the world as we know it with the invention of the first ever Ansible, or superluminal communicator. Zero latency computing soon became the standard at Hammond Corp, a household name. But in 2053, a bizarre, unexplained tragedy befell Jones Station, Antarctica, when an entire research team helmed by Hammond Corp vanished without a trace. Dr. Hammond was with them. She was never seen again. Without its CEO, her company floundered. Indra Chaudhary, founder and CEO of the Globe 3 conglomerate, seized the opportunity to purchase the majority of Hammond Corp and its subsidiaries, thus eliminating her biggest competitor. The acquisition included Hammond's original Ansible prototype. When Indra powered it up, she received a message: "Come to Antarctica if you wish to see your daughter again." As it happened, Globe had just inherited Hammond Corp's contract for the defunct Jones Station, Antarctica. What would she find there? I don't know. Well, actually, I do know. Especially know it because I've done this a million times. If you wonder why I didn't start breeding immediately, it's because I have this nailed down to a science, how long I need to wait before I start reading, or else I might, like, catch up to the bottom of the text. If I remember right, I still haven't looked this up to, like, confirm if it's true, or if it's just me being crazy. But when the game first launched on the Epic Store, or wherever the hell it was, that intro screen did not appear when you started a new game. It only appeared if you stayed on the title screen, like, for a couple seconds, and then just waited there. So, like, no one ever saw it, and that had to get changed. Stan, please wait with the chopper while I get the power online. This place hasn't been occupied for over a year. Will do, ma'am. Call me when you're ready. Let's talk to this guy. Just taking it all in, ma'am. Never been to Antarctica before. Neither have I. Ice Axe. A climbing tool used by mountaineers. Has a good heft. Could probably use this to break through wood, too. That's pretty good design. It, like, forces you to go. It's a good thing I talked to that guy, because he's, like, gone now. Now, unlike, like, the controls for this game, basically the same as Axiom Verge 1. There's a couple little differences in mechanics, more than I should say controls. One of those differences is that there are no ranged weapons. All we have is like variations of this, with like a longer or shorter range, and faster or slower attack times. That little floppy disk you saw on the bottom right corner means it's saving. It's like crazy that we still use that as the symbol, like universal symbol for saving things. Like no one past a certain age has ever seen a floppy disk. Weekly meeting notes, 22753. Snow cruiser needs new tires. Ran out of garbanzo. Chef wants to know if post-Arctic garbanzo is safe. EU team needs fuel for cargo chopper. Nazif hearing voices at dig site, wants to get checked out at McMurdo. Drone sightings? It took me a long time to figure out, or to just run into what garbanzo was. I'd heard of garbanzo beans, but I thought that was like some other bean and garbanzo was like a spice or cooking method or something. But no, garbanzo beans indicates the type of bean, so garbanzo is a type of bean. It's an old Ansible. Why would they have one of these here? Now maybe some of you are thinking like, how did you not know that? Everyone knows what garbanzo is. Well, hypothetical straw man, I didn't know. I've never grown beans. Have you grown beans? Now once, back when Tumblr was a thing, there's a message on the Ansible screen. There's a secret door past the 3 bookshelves on floor 1, EOM. EOM means end of message, by the way. Who is this? Why did you send me here? No response. Okay, I'll play your game for now. Now, as I was saying, back when Tumblr was a thing, I saw a post. Someone posted about corn. It was a picture of corn. It said, look at all these different colored corn. There's red corn and gem corn and like all kinds of different kinds of corn besides the yellow corn you get at the store. And I thought to myself, who the fuck doesn't know that? I know that. I've grown corn before. I've bought corn seeds. I've seen all the corns. There's like blue corn, red corn, white corn, the aforementioned gem corn, which is ornamental and not meant to be eaten. Who doesn't know about corn? Well, some people don't know about corn. Some people don't know about beans. I don't know about beans, apparently. Like I said, never grown it. Have grown corn. If you knew what garbanzo was, and I didn't, you don't get a prize. Because I know what garbanzo is now. What other person would talk about garbanzo beans for so long? The hell was that? Hello? Have you come back for me? Hey, is someone else down here? Yes, but I need help. Please, I'm further down. Okay, I'm coming. It just occurred to me that she says, not the character here, but the other voice says, have you come back for me? And it never occurred to me to question, like, who is being referred to as coming back. I don't know. I guess I never really thought about it, but it has interesting implications. I like that you can do this. Like, there's zero utility to breaking those lights, but it's a neat little feature. I like this whole light mechanic thing. I think that's really cool. It's got like a survival horror type vibe, or like gives that kind of vibe to these areas. I just realized something. I'm gonna go back and double check. Just like in the first game, you gotta go 2 screens over before the room actually resets. So that's weird. I wonder if that's an error. So these two on this side, the light bulb is inside the metal cage, but on this one, the light bulb's on the bottom of the metal cage. Should it be inside and Thomas Happ just fucked it up? Or is this like a design choice because it's the center light bulb? I don't know. I never noticed that before. Compass. A lapis lazuli pendant that is lit up on one side as if pointing like a compass. Now here's an interesting gadget. Did you find the compass? Good, you can use it to locate me. If I can figure out how to use it, you mean? That is true. I think it's an error. Well, now I'm bouncing around different topics. I think that has to be an error because this one is central and is inside the metal cage. Anyway, I was going to say, to this day, I still do not quite understand how to use this compass or what it means. Like, you see the little ring in the bottom left, and there's a blue light. Like, it sometimes changes color. Like, there's different colors, and the colors are, the band is narrower or thicker. Like, what does it mean? I don't know. I never even, I get it, but I never look at it. Oh God, it's freezing. You are close now. Do you see a pot or urn? I can't see a goddamn thing. Give me a sec. The water is rising. Look for the urn. It will help. Okay, I'm looking. I think I see the urn. But there's a grating in the way. Now, I decided to be here because, like, this is a scripted death. Kind of want to get it over with quickly. I'm pretty sure this does speed it up. I'm not, like, 100% actually. So this is where it ends. I guess it's just as well. I deserved this. Probably. If you ever try to look to do all the achievements for this game, one of the achievements says that you have to get through the game by dying only once, or with dying only once, because that counts as a death. Ugh, what happens? You found my urn. I was able to rebuild you. Just what the hell are you? I am an arm, an intelligent collection of machines, and a part of you now. Oh, shit. My name is Amashalama. It is an honor to have a new wielder. I've got to get out of here. Find someone who can get this thing out of me. So one fun thing I know is that my jumping height has slightly increased. But there's no, like, nobody tells you that. Nothing tells you that. Damn. I always play this game on recording. I attempt to not die, to get through it without dying. And what was the deal with those drones? They don't look like something Hammond Corp would have made. They were sent by the Lamasu, a sort of machine designed to protect against interlopers. It is likely what destroyed your people's settlement. What the hell is going on here? So as I was saying, I attempt to get through this without dying. And the first 3 times, I died at the very beginning, like around here. But the 4th time, I made it. I managed to get through without dying. It was a miracle. So we'll see if I can actually do it now that the chips are down. Or hopefully the chips are down. I don't know what I'm going to do if, once again, I fail. Gishru, similar to a boomerang but glistening with nanomachines, son. This is the closest thing this game has to like a melee or a ranged weapon. It sucks. It's not really a weapon. Like, you can do this. I don't know how useful this is. Mostly the boomerang is just there to get puzzles, I guess. Like, I don't know. I've never seen a maybe I'm just not doing it wrong. Maybe the boomerang is actually fantastic. Oh, I'm sorry. The Gishru. There's an upgrade to it that's, like, not so bad. Motherfucker. These things always, like, do a lot to fuck me over. You can do that, but that's nothing but style points. Or if you're speedrunning this game, which I am not, Sheshkala grants improved climbing ability, allowing you to grasp ledges and pull yourself up. I am Sheshkala. Thank you for freeing me from my slumber. Another one? The arms are many wielder. Sheshkala can help you surmount high ledges. So it's after getting Sheshkala that I usually die. I usually die on the way back up here. So far I'm doing a good job of, like, not dying. It would be these things. These things kill me. They like gang up on me because they're kind of faster at climbing than I am when I have nothing but this, like, edge grapple. I made it through that time though. Guess I'm getting better. Practice makes perfect. Apocalypse Flask, small. Augment your powers and abilities by 1 point. Apply within the skills menu. So that's one difference in mechanics with this game. This game has a skills menu, and the first game did not. I found out last recording that isn't ever going to see the light of day, didn't work out, had audio problems, that the skills menu does not appear until after you die the first time. is interesting and has I mean, it's interesting and also it like makes sense considering. So like the first game, I quite enjoy the backgrounds. Like the there's like creative planet concepts, or universe concepts I should say, in these games. Hey there. Oh, thank God, I thought I was alone here. Ah, did you stumble upon our special freight elevator? It's a gift that keeps giving. One-way ticket, unfortunately. Seems we're still trapped here a while. Trapped where exactly? The locals, the Sagiga, called this place King Gear. It's a different universe from Earth. Dr. Hammond built the portal here, but was afraid of what would happen if anybody found out. I'm kind of paraphrased there. She discovered a whole alternate world, then kept it secret? Why? Unfortunately, she disappeared years ago, so we can't ask her. And it turns out the locals, or their machines I guess, didn't really like us poking around. Not many of us survived. Please tell me you're working on a way to get back home. Not me specifically. I'm just an archaeologist, but the site manager, Warren, is up at the observatory trying to build portal going back. This is something I noticed, is that, like, I've always noticed that one, but there are a couple of typos that continue to exist even though that this game has gone through multiple patches. They're not trying to build portal, trying to build a portal. Where's that? Only at the top of the mountain just ahead, but listen, we've got to be honest, we've tried 100 different ways to get back, and nothing works. Be prepared for failure. I'm Indra Chaudhary. I'll reverse engineer and build the portal myself if I have to. Maybe I should be more optimistic. It's just hard with everyone gone. My name is Malka, by the way. Nice to see a new face around here. Let's talk to her some more. What can you tell me about the ruins around here? It's funny, they look like they came from ancient Mesopotamia, but according to radiocarbon dating, these are a few hundred years newer. So it's convergent evolution? How improbable is that? Dr. Hammond knew what was going on, but she's probably long dead. Hey there, build that portal yet? You'll have to wait just a bit longer. That's the rest of the dialogue that she'll cycle through whenever you talk to her again, but it is funny that it starts even though I haven't left her sight since I met her. Obviously, she knows at that moment that I have not built a portal. Dear Ernest, I know you will probably never have the chance to read this, but I'm writing for my own sanity. I am happy here. Looking back, it is hard to believe I ever worried so much about all the bullshit of the real world. Work, rent, taxes, the stupid rat race. It was hard at first, but now I'm actually glad they destroyed the stupid freight elevator. You didn't think the Antarctic job paid enough, and probably by now you're thinking you were right. But what you never will understand is that whether or not I ever see home again, the decision was still mine, and that alone makes it worth it to me. Augusta. I think Augusta is a retard. I really hate that note. I've come to hate that note because it's the first one you get. Or like, I guess technically it's like the second one you get. First one you get on Keen Gear. And it's just some woman who's like, I'm glad I died and got trapped here along with everyone else. Like, no consideration for Malka here, who's like lonely and alone and can't go back home. She's just like, I did it. I made the decision for me, therefore it's all worth it. She could have, if she wanted to leave, she could have just built a cabin in the woods. She didn't need to come to an alternate universe to do anything. Ra. Allows you to charge up melee weapon attacks. Hold down the attack button. Plus, she's fucking dead now, so much for that. You must enter an upstream port. Your daughter depends on you. Who are you? Running out of memory. Go to telescope next, sector 23-3. Damn, these old Ansibles had to be preloaded with all the memory they would ever use. They must have already used up every last byte. Must have been quite delicious. Oh. I'm like paranoid about touching the NPCs for reasons I will explain later. Companies lays off thousands. See, I think that's companies lay off thousands rather than lays off thousands. Turn profit. December 20th, 2044. As millions are plunging into poverty, the economic crisis has nevertheless surfaced a clear winner. Big business, despite collectively cutting more than 300,000 workers, 47 of the top 50 publicly traded companies posted a profit this quarter. Either we eliminate 10% this year or 100% next year, said CEO Indra Chaudhary, seemingly tone deaf to the plight of thousands of Globe 3 employees laid off since the onset of the crisis of 2043. Her company raked in profits of $232 billion since then. A company making profit isn't a big deal, and neither is a couple 100,000 people being laid off in the future. I have no idea what standard. You're saying millions, why am I going back in here? Millions are plunged into poverty, but she only fired 300,000 or however many. I already forgot. But in the future, I don't know what the population is. And I don't know what is like billions of dollars in profit a lot. I don't know. The way things are going now, it probably won't be. Hammond Corp posts record losses. Updated May 12th, 2049, etc. Hammond Corp lost a record $57 billion in the fiscal year ending in March. The company announced today it was the 5th straight year the company finished with a loss. A restructuring plan was announced, with CEO Elizabeth Hammond promising to cut the volume of Ansibles produced. The beleaguered executive has been criticized in recent years of being out of touch when discussing her future vision of the technology, often focusing on unrelated projects such as the $5 billion government contract to support research at Jones Station, Antarctica. See, are those numbers big? Is $5 billion a lot of money? I don't know. It's like adjusted for inflation, I have no clue. I think it's just to say Indra has a dark and callous past. And Hammond is concerned with other things, which makes sense. So this is one of I would say only 2 games that like, oh come on. Okay. This is only one of like 2 games where like I kind of hated it when it came out. Not because the game was bad, but because it failed to meet like my arbitrary beliefs on how good the game should be, because I quite like the first game. I like it a lot. And I was really looking forward to this game. I like built up a lot of hype around it in my head, how great it was going to be. And this game's not bad, and I like this game now. It's pretty good, but at the time, I thought, wow, this game is such a disappointment. It sucks. It's terrible. It's nowhere near as good as the first game. And I still think it's not as good as the first game, but it's not bad either. So when I first played it, I had to like, you know, take a step back, put some distance between it and me, and come back to it later and like reformulate my thoughts. And now I like it. Although there's still some things about it I don't like. Mushus allows you to infect enemies and objects to modify their behavior. So this is this game's version of like the glitch gun from the first game. Instead, you can hack objects, certain objects if they're mechanical. So, for example, you could make this dispense health instead of MP. And it can also make it go faster. But also, there are 2 ways of getting out of this pit. And I like that because it gives you, not only gives you options, but it explains like how this works. So you can either like hack this to like go back up and then go up there. Out of curiosity, if I were to fall down there, would I just be fucked? No, I guess not. I guess I have enough range to get through there. Anyway, you can also, and I'm gonna do this, you can also, like, you can select different things if different things are in your range. You can select this thing here and detonate it. Blow up this wall and go through this way. How does this guy know I'm here? Or I guess it was yellow before, and then it fell down here. Then go ahead and slow it. just so that when I open it, it doesn't immediately kill me. I thought it was hostile, but actually it's just stupid. World's fastest enemy. Luckily, the cost for that is free. Oh god. No. Take. Under siege. If you find this, it means I didn't make it. Oh, I thought there was going to be more to that sentence. Warren asked me to head to Jonestown for help. The drones are all over the mountain and have put up a bunch of gates. You can't even get to the Euro camp now. Warren thinks if with some heavy explosives, we could blast a detour through the rock. It's another... God, it's like every time I play through this, I find more typos. Warren thinks if with... No. Warren thinks with some heavy explosives, we could blast a detour through the rocks. We don't have much that's combustible other than diesel, but something Malco read makes her believe there may be munitions in the ruins under the lake. Sam. That was who wrote it. Sam is clearly dead, unfortunately, just like Augusta, who made the choice for her. I wonder if Sam respects Augusta's choice. I don't know, I'm just really hating on Augusta. I guess I'll go up here just to show that I can't go up here. It's like I said, I played through this early portion so many times, it's like now I don't even have to remind myself on where to go. There's our first boss. Bosses are all field bosses in this game and they're all optional. Although I'm going to kill them because, why not? I get free points. Want to point out that that hit that hurts you if you hit those glitch portals. Damu. Fire to launch a remote drone, which you may detonate at any time to return to Indra. Oh my, is it true? Am I finally free? Hold on a sec, you're a kid? My name is Damu. At the end of the war, they thought maybe kids would make better arms. So you've been trapped like this ever since? I am so sorry. Damu may be the youngest of the arms, but his powers can still be of use. This kid was trapped in a jar all this time, and all you can think about is how useful he can be? No, really. Hold out your hand, I can make a ball out of it. Then throw it and see what happens. See? I was supposed to be able to turn you into giant beasts, but this pretty good too, right? See, this is pretty good too, right? It's certainly something. Now try and go through that storm portal. No other arm can do that. We're not going to do that, actually. We're going to now demonstrate that this no longer hurts you. And from now on, I can never touch an NPC ever again. But before we talk about that, we're going to go through here. So this is the breach, and it's like a whole secondary map. On one hand, I like it. I like that it's here in the sense of like that's creative. On the other hand, I get lost easy. I'm a guy who has a terrible sense of direction. So having two maps and having to like go between them gets me lost a lot. It's not because I can't visualize how things connect, it's more just that I have I guess a poor directional memory. I tend to just like forget immediately where I've been and or where I'm going. So we're gonna go through this first, or attempt to. Man, this isn't even a difficult shot. Why am I fucking it up so bad? Whatever time I'm on is the charm. Next time. Definitely gonna get next time. There we go, I did it. It'll be worth it. Just as the stone tablets predicted, it was worth it. Actually, let me actually use some of these. I usually forget. I like focusing on the hacking first. That's just me. You know, other people might decide they want more health or whatever, but I prefer hacking. Now, it's time to kill this boss. But because I'm trying to avoid death, and drone death doesn't count. Damn. It's gotta wait a little bit for its health to go back up. Yeah, these overheating ones, it not only like breaks its attack, but it does damage to it. So, like doing some of that first, even if it kills my drone. It's my drone doesn't matter. It's just Domino is just a boy in a jar. And these Apocalypse Flasks is why I want to kill the bosses. Although for, if you were playing this game and you want achievements, you can get an achievement for, not fighting any of these guys. Health node increases max health by 1 bar. There are, unfortunately, health node fragments in this game. Thank God there are no Apocalypse Flask fragments. That's something, at least. That'd be horrific. I'm like mildly curious. Actually, no, that's probably not the best thing. Mildly curious if you get any different dialogue by talking to this guy first as a drone. So unlike in the first game, when you're a drone, your body there does not have a shield. Enemies can and will target you and attack you and do damage to you, and you can die. So, gotta be wary of that. It says the button to press, and I still press the wrong button. How can I even feed myself? Excuse me. Ah, hello there, a newcomer. My name is Warren. I'm the site manager here. How did you even get here? The mountain is crawling with robots. Let's just say I'm getting better at swinging an ice axe. I don't think that this dialogue is unique, just in case you didn't tell. Like, I don't think that this is a normal conversation or that's a normal thing to say when you look like a beetle. Let's cut to the chase. I'm Indra Chaudhary. I hear you're building a portal back home. Indeed, well, I've encountered a slight problem. You see, the portal is based on Ansible technology developed by Dr. Hammond. There's an Ansible right over there. Unfortunately, it has to be a specific Ansible. One of the originals made back in 2007, and it was stolen by the Kazakhs. Wasn't Jones Station run by the Americans? Well, was a private effort. The US government didn't know about the portal. However, some researchers from nearby Sangimbayev Station discovered what we were doing. In exchange for their silence, we let them through. So do they have a portal back home? I don't know if they're even still alive. They didn't stay in contact. They built a research station somewhere south of us, if you can figure out how to get there. I wish you had just led with that. That's so, like, bitchy. Like, she was the one asking the questions and directing the conversation. What do you mean, I wish you had just led with that? How would that have gone? Hey there, a newcomer. Let's cut to the chase. I want a portal, whatever. Ah, The Kazakhs are south of here and are possibly dead. Yeah, that's great. Thanks. So what the hell is this place? Outside, it looks almost like a tube. Good question. We think it is some form of adjacent universe where the laws of physics differ. Clearly our chemistry and biology transfers over here, but gravity does not seem to be driven by mass. We built this telescope to find out more. It's as if we're inside a torus the size of a planetary orbit, but it's not fully solid. It's more like a lattice. We can see through some of the openings, and behind them is just more lattice. We don't know what keeps it from collapsing in on itself. How did you build a portal leading here when you don't even know what here is? That was all Dr. Hammond. She always seemed to have some insight the rest of us weren't privy to. I'm not going to talk to him again because he cycles through that "what is this place" dialogue, and it's really long. So, from now on, before I talk to this Ansible, from now on, there's a little hidden thing that initially people were really confused about. It took even now I'm still not entirely sure on the mechanics, but if you either if your hand goes through an NPC, or you walk through an NPC, or you touch them as the drone, they get a hidden infection. Like there's a countdown that happens, or something that builds up, I guess you can say, over time. Although I don't know if it's over time in general or over time in the breach specifically, where they will turn into a Zeter, what is in the files known as a Zeter prototype. Zeter being the first boss in Axiom Verge 1. You know, that little floating ball with the shitty, like, thing, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, because of that, they turn into that, and then you kill the thing, and then you never see the NPC again. So I've built up a habit of avoiding touching the NPCs because they're just innocent guys for the most part. I don't want to infect them with a pathogen that turns them into a monster. Anyone there? Output data throttling has resulted in input overflow. So I wanted to mention that stuff about the Zeter prototype first, because I really want to emphasize this bit right here. I think that this is the most important plot information that this game has. It's very important. It doesn't seem important, but it's important. In effect, millions are trapped in detention. On this Ansible, it's old, nothing I can do about that. No, sorry, terminal running low, trying to condense info. Next in Clifftown, sector 1416. What the hell? Let's look at this. Submarine progress. Hammond. Read, the Kazakhs demand for half a dozen submarines. We found a way to surmount the latest logistical hurdle, but you're not going to like it. Zansaya put me in contact with laid-off employees of a Russian military contractor who claims they can disassemble the vessels, fit the pieces into the freight elevator, and then reassemble them on the other side. Of course, we haven't revealed yet the real reason we are doing this, but we're going to have to eventually. And the cost for all this, plus their silence, roughly 220 million altogether, not including the cost of the subs themselves. If you're okay with this, let me know and I'll make it happen. So to try to explain why that is a very plot important. Damn it, I was hoping to avoid this stupid thing. There are two metaphors that are pretty common in explaining how I wasn't sure if I can go up. In explaining how the multiverse of this setting works. And one is as code and servers and other computer-related stuff, and the other is as a tree and or plants. So when they say data output overflow, whatever the fuck, they're not talking about a computer. Indra is misunderstanding and thinking that something to do with computers is being spoken of. This is not where I'm meant to be. Well, I guess I have no choice. Damn it. As the plot progresses, it should become more obvious what's going on in terms of that. But I just like to point it out first and like something to keep in mind, you know. You ever hear any code talk or like computer talk or like botany talk? It's probably not literal. Whatever, I was gonna go mess around in there, but it's time to go. I do want to say, however, or point out first, just for fun, there is a sequence break here. There we go. I have now skipped a significant amount of stuff, so I could like save here if I wanted and go back to the title screen, come back in, and I'll be Indra instead of a drone, and I can continue on. This is pretty far, actually. I'm missing like some necessary power-ups to like really progress through here, but I don't know, it's just fun to note. I don't know why I'm still here for so long, actually. Because I don't plan to actually sequence break. I just wanted to point it out. You can do that. I'm sure it's important for speedrunning if you are one of those crazy people who loves speedrunning things and like not having fun. If you hate fun, that's for you. I just want to get out of here. And also get a power-up. I think it's a health node fragment that I need to pick up. It's around here somewhere. Oh, there's also this. If I remember correctly, this is from Linus. Hammond. Oh, Terminal Breakthrough 1. Hammond, as you know, the whole purpose of the elevator is to allow us to pass safely across the breach from one world to another. But the breach itself is a kind of world, albeit one with such a differing fundamental structure that it's not survivable for humans. Or for that matter, digital cameras, microphones, and various other electronics we've tried to observe it with. However, it may not surprise you to learn that certain analog clocks can make the transition mostly unscathed. For the most part, they operate normally, but the rate at which they operate is different than on Earth or Keen Gear. Not only that, the rate changes. It might appear to move at quarter speed for several days and then spend a full week moving at 100th speed. Linus. I hear the name Linus and all I think about is Linus, quintessential soy face, Sebastian of LTT. And whenever I think of him, I just think about his quintessential soy face. Maybe that's just me. Maybe you love Linus. Come on. So you can turn these things into platforms. This isn't the health node I was looking for, but it's a health node. I'll get the other health node at some point. Is this going somewhere? Does it just go up? Whatever. Maybe that's just to help me fill out the map. I don't actually know. Anyway, there's that. There's the health node. Or health node fragment. Did I already go in here? I can't remember. Let's... Okay, I have. Let's get this optional power-up. Do you see these things? Those things were in Axiom Verge 1. And there's quite a lot of enemies that are in the breach here that were also in Axiom Verge 1. However, Elsa Nova, Perpetual Liar, and Evil Fiend, Betrayer, told us that all the enemies were originally natural wildlife that got corrupted by Athetosis pathogen, proving once again that she's a liar. Power Matrix allows you to store and use healing energy from power cells dropped by enemies. So here's how that power-up that we just got works. Go over here, Power Matrix. Here's these little nodules things, you take it, and now it's full, and now you can select this and heal yourself. I tend to forget that it exists, and so never use it. Not like intentionally, not because like I'm too good for power matrices, but just because I like forget that they're there. It's if you're trying to not die, it's very helpful to remember that you have those, or have that. There are more in the future, which is why I said those. You gotta be careful. Sometimes, like, I'm pretty sure all the enemies, if they see your body, they will prioritize your body over your drone, and your drone can accidentally lead them to your body, so you gotta be careful. I was just trying to clear the field so I don't die. It's everybody's favorite. A water level. Not to alarm you, but your new body is too dense to float. However, you no longer need to breathe, which should help. It just gets weirder. What the hell did she do to me? Funny that... I don't even know. I've like never seen that duck before. Funny that in the first game there was like a breath meter, but no water level. And now that there's finally a water level, there's no breath meter. You don't need to breathe. Wonder if in the next game we'll finally have both. Thomas Happ's dream can finally be fulfilled. That fucking bomb, one time I walked past it, and then did what I had to do here, came back, instantly exploded, and I didn't understand why, because I forgot that bomb was there. Fucking hate those things. I was planning on clearing the field, but you know what? If I can get the power up that I'm looking for, I guess I don't have to. That's got to be a little bit more careful about these stupid things. Liru enables you to move and jump more freely underwater. This is what I wanted. Also, I believe that this, like, for certain speed running routes, this power-up is, like, technically optional. However, I do not know those routes. Or, like, what to do, so I always get it. Here's a cool little guy. Oh god. He's going to chase me throughout this area. But we want to kill him. And just FYI, you cannot hit him. He's invincible in terms of your weapon. So what you do first, overclock this. Each one of his segments releases that, like, steam, and it's that steam that actually damages you. So you want to disable each of its segments so it can't blow steam at you. Don't ask me how steam exists underwater like that. I'm reminded of SpongeBob, you know, Patrick would be here and be like, hey, if we're underwater, how can there be steam? I don't know, those like vents where extremophile bacteria live, do those vents push out steam or just like super hot water? I don't know. Or like some other mix of chemicals. Did I get everything? Yep. This guy is worthless now. He sucks. Can't do shit to stop me. He's been well and truly cucked, as the kids say these days. Although, I guess they've been saying that for a while now. Good Anna. You explode with a shockwave that shakes the earth. So that's this thing here. This is the terrorist power-up. You blow yourself up, but then you can reform and blow yourself up again. Which is something that all true terrorists strive for, I imagine. It's quite the ability to manage to suicide bomb multiple times. So we need to go back to that little dispenser because I've run out of NP, and you need this terrorist power up to kill this snake. That's how you do it. So you blow up those stalactites into the snake's face until he dies. You also gotta be careful because there's a limited amount of them, and if you miss, you know, you need to get ahead, you need to time it right. If you miss too many times, you'll run out of stalactites. I don't even know if I hit any of them. Okay, I did. That was good. That was close. Okay, and just need to wait for him to wrap around. Those stalactites will hurt you too, by the way, so you gotta make sure to get out of their way if you're right under them like I was. So we're done with this area. Normally I forget to do this, but I'm actually gonna do this time. There's a bronze axe, a new weapon that I can get now that I have the suicide vest, the reusable suicide vest. And I always leave it for later, but this time I remember it exists. I'm gonna go get it, which means I have to go back here. Gotta go backtrack all the way through here. If you don't want this weapon, you can go straight to where you're supposed to go from the lake without any detours. If it didn't take so long, I would demonstrate how. Maybe I can just pull up the map. I generally don't like the no, I can't. I generally don't like, I prefer the like the way the previous game's map was, where it's just squares rather than actually showing visually what the terrain looks like. I don't know, I find this a little bit more confusing, what area is what, when you're actually playing the game. So, to try to explain, this here's the top of the lake, and the top goes across here, and instead of like, I was over here with the snake, instead of coming all the way back and coming through here and going over there, I could have come up here and like gone out of on the other side of the lake here, and continued on this way, and that's where you're supposed to go. But I went the other way in order to get a bronze axe, which is over here somewhere. I don't quite remember where. As long as I don't die trying to find it, I'll be fine. Ah, here it is. No. You also want to be careful when you're blowing up these things, because if you like touch them, regardless if you're under them or not, if you touch them while they're falling, it damages you. Bronze axe, a weapon from another time. Alright, now we can progress to a different route. I don't have enough MP. I always forget what this game calls it. The ability to use my abilities. That sucks. How do I get more? I like kill bushes. Or I can just save. Okay, now we can go back. Alright, I've already forgotten. I don't usually go this way because I always forget to get the bronze axe. It's okay, this worked out. Damn it. Okay, let's see here. Is it possible for me to, No, it's not. I can't make it. At least not with my current abilities. I probably show through the other way here, through this direction. What I was talking about before. Well, having the bronze axe here is like much more helpful than I anticipated. I don't even know if it's worth it. I didn't even make it. I swear, there's a connecting portion down here. But I forget what is here. Can I make it? No, I need another power-up. Dead in only 2 hits. It's incredible. How did I live without the bronze axe before? Although the bronze axe is not my favorite weapon. Actually, maybe it's down here. Yes. So you hear the lake music, you can come out through the other side, blow up this, and then come through here instead of getting the bronze axe like I did. That's all I wanted to show you. I usually do that, but I usually end up regretting it. I'm always like, oh, I need to go get the bronze axe. I forgot. Whoops. I don't even know if I can make it up there. No, I can't. Okay, you do not want... Damn it. It's much better for this guy to emit health nanites than it is for him to emit those little enemies, because those little enemies never stop. You can see from our map where we ended up falling from before in our sequence break. We can't even normally get up there the way we are now. Here's another sequence break, but it's like useless. Not useless. It's a little bit faster, but it's not so much a sequence break, really. Ninhursag allows you... I didn't read that. I clicked the button too quickly. I am Ninhursag. I shall bestow upon you the climbing strength of the mountain goat. If you didn't read it, that's what it does. So Ninhursag, can you explain something to me? Why is it some arms can talk and others don't? I am no expert, but the first arms used primitive machine intelligence. This proved inadequate, so we learned how to transfer a human mind into an arm. But there are still many of those early arms remaining. Right, of course, thanks. Okay, so what you were supposed to do is come down here and go around and then get that and then climb back out, but we bypassed that part. Man, I almost touched that guy. Hello, I accidentally came here through the portal in Jones Station. I'm just looking for a way back. Hi, I'm Kari. Malka radioed that someone might be coming by. Warren was working on a new portal, but the Kazakhs took his tech. They had a base somewhere southeast of here, but we haven't heard from them in a while. Or was it quite a while? You may have noticed all of the drones around. It's too dangerous for us to go look. That is not ideal, but I'm going to have to try. So what is this area here? This was Clifftown. It was going to be a new base for EU researchers. We didn't really get far before the drones attacked. I wish I could go back to Jonestown and be with Malka and Warren. I'm tired of being alone. There's power in being independent, though. Try to appreciate that. That's the worst fucking advice ever. If you're in this situation, there's power in being alone. Like, what are you talking about? What power is there here? Everyone else potentially is dead. You're not gonna, like, find hidden knowledge on your own through your own experiments and, like, bring it to anybody. You're just gonna, like, die sad and alone here on a different universe. We need permission to control data throttling. Is this Samara? Username is E. Hammond. Samara depends on you. As in Elizabeth Hammond? WTF? No data left. Next terminal at Kazakh base sector 2422. Sometimes when they talk about computers, it's talking about the Ansibles, but most of the time it's not. Damn it, I should have known Hammond was behind the whole thing. So she's alive after all. What the hell does she want? Root access. Is she so incompetent she can't even do that on her own? Root access, huh? That's like a double metaphor. Letter from Trace. Hammond, read the potentially infinite number of worlds. My current hypothesis is that they are filtered by a kind of tree-like hierarchy, being narrowed and specific at the ends but broad at the root. But of course, in order for this to work, the filters themselves are also worlds in the tree, downstream of even more filters recursively. Here's a brain teaser for you. If the filter fails somehow, do the worlds it filtered cease to exist? Your idea about the afterlife. I think we could actually get proof one way or the other, but the person doing the experiment would need to be dead and have studied all our research for it to work. Anyway, I hope to talk more about this later. I'm in a bit of a hurry. Trace. If you do not recall, Trace was the protagonist of the first game. Antarctic research team missing, November 10th, 2053. In what is turning out to be one of the biggest mysteries of the 21st century, all 23 researchers at Jones Station, Antarctica have gone missing. Further deepening speculation, Hammond Corp, who manages the station on behalf of the US and EU joint venture, reports that it has been unable to contact the eponymous CEO, Elizabeth Hammond, who was scheduled to return from her visit to the station late in September. Conspiracy theories abound, and even the most rational of possible explanations beggar belief. Officials have widened the search area from 10,000 to roughly 50,000 square kilometers without any luck. Search and rescue supervisor Anahara Ture Caution families to lower expectations. Even at the best of times, this is a deadly hostile environment. So we're gonna go back. I said we're going to go back. One thing I'd like to note, I really dislike a lot of Metroidvanias do this. Like, before we had a ledge climbing or ledge hanging ability, and now we have wall climbing, which is the ledge hanging ability, except strictly better. And I really dislike Metroidvanias that do that, where they have like a power-up that is just like a strictly better version of a power-up we already had. It makes me... It reminds me of like Yick when you're in the disgusting, stupid sewer level with Rory trying to look for his dumb, dead, stupid, dead sister, and you get a hair flip to remove obstacles, but you already had an obstacle remover. So, like, I don't know, I find, like, theoretically, wall climbing and ledge grabbing are not, like, literally the same thing, but they really function in similar ways, except one is better. And I feel that having both of them, or doing things that are similar in nature to that, is very clunky, and I don't like it. Okay, I think maybe I could do that. I'm trying to... There's like a fucking owl over here. I really hate the owls. Come down here so I can hack you. I said, come down here so I can hack you. Do not fire at me from beyond the screen. I do not have... He's too powerful for me to switch his allegiance. Let's see if I have enough, I do. Okay. Whoops. You know what? So I don't die, let's do it as a drone. There we go. Now he's not a horrific nightmare, and maybe he'll kill that wall cleaner over here. It is literally 2 feet ahead of you. Jesus. When it's fighting enemies on my behalf, it's retarded, but when it's fighting me, it's like a laser precision marksman. So we got another one of these over here. Our second power matrix. And this is the area where we were beforehand when we sequence broke. We wouldn't be able to adequately progress from here because we didn't have the wall climbing. Although, it would have been easy to get from here back to where the wall climbing is. Carnelian Ring. Charged attacks cause the bronze axe to fire a projectile. So whenever I forget to get the bronze axe, I always get this Carnelian Ring, and that's when I'm like, oh man, I need to go get the bronze axe. Because now I can do this. Which, I guess that's a ranged attack, but it's not a very good one. But it's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, see, here's the one we saved at. Pretty far along, isn't it? These things here are like bubbles from Legend of Zelda. If they hit you, you can no longer attack. Oh shit, I got hit. I didn't actually mean to demonstrate that. Okay. Until it wears off, of course. Just wanted to check. Here's these designs again. Fuck. Those things would definitely filter me if I ever tried to speed run this game. These fucking wall cleaners. Holy crap. There we go. Okay, wow, this is the probably the most fun and theoretically useful power-up. Here's or you get this in this area. This area is like my most hated area. I hate this area. I want to say like I said, this enemy was in the first game, but in the first game it was metal, and in here it's organic. Likewise, there are some enemies that are in the breach as metal, but in the first game were organic, and I do not know what this means or what this indicates. I still have no idea, and I consider myself to be pretty well versed in Axiom Verge lore. So maybe the answer to that question of why that is has not been divulged yet, or maybe I'm just stupid. It's one of those. Good, that's what you deserve. Okay, maybe not. What? Just die. Can't remember. I think, no. It was actually this way. Very interestingly, the architecture changes from this, like, sandstone-esque, like, Sumerian vibe to this, like, high-tech bullshit that we saw on Sudra, which is the planet in the first game. I say planet, but they were not spheres of dirt. They were like, what, I don't even know. Some kind of, microscopic sea creature shaped. Also, this is a structure that, I just want to point out that, or like what I'm trying badly to point out is that these are human-built structures, but this is the breach. So who built these human structures? I don't know. I kind of feel bad for killing this boss, because all he does is, like, run around in a circle. He doesn't even, like, deliberately attack you. And yet, all I do is blow up his sweet point, just so I can harvest his sweet, sweet apocalypse flasks. Now, before I get in a more unfavorable position, in the first game there were places that had like pits of pink goo, like glitchy pink, and there were some enemies in there that like shot it. In the breach here, anytime you see this blue shit, this blue fire, it behaves just as the pink glitchy stuff did. And I wonder what the significance of that is. It'll be more obvious when we see a certain enemy. These enemies here. The reason I didn't try to explain that before, like here, is because these things are fucking loud. I think it's this way? Yes. Also, I guess it means that somehow people hid these things in the breach. Eskiri, your drone fires a hook that can slingshot it over unreachable ledges. Just like Spider-Man. This game really makes me feel like Spider-Man. So this cave is like a natural formation, but to mark this place is clearly a human-made structure with that symbol there. Yeah, This is all you really need from this area. We can now escape, hopefully with our lives. And these are human statues in the breach. And that's a human skull, I assume, in the breach. Or maybe it's not a human skull, maybe it's not stylized, maybe it's like some kind of horrific alien. This definitely looks human, though. Right on top of it. This area isn't turning out as difficult and annoying as I previously have experienced it as. I guess because I've done this like 4 times before in other failed playthroughs. The playthrough didn't fail, the video rendering did. I missed out on a power-up over there. Whatever. There are other power-ups. Fun fact. From here, like once you save at this spot, you can go back to the title screen and then come back and you'll be Indra. You climb up here and then from here you like hang and jump and throw the drone up there and you'll get to the top of this pillar. Go on the other and you can fall from the other side. And that's a pretty big sequence break that I'm not going to demonstrate because I just explained it to you. I'm trying to play this game generally normal. Ansur, to my brother Ludari, we have all heard of Ansur, the spadix from which the fruit of the world grows. A spadix is a specific type of plant structure. I believe that it's kind of like a flower from which multiple fruits can grow. Something similar to, or perhaps, you can look it up. It's a botany thing. But have you ever thought of the meaning behind this decorative speech? Yesterday, when I was thought to be asleep, I overheard 2 Umiyas discussing what sounded like an apparent trip to Ansur, by which I mean they have traveled there and returned using a special machine. If Ansur were truly a holy place, do you think one could travel there by something so base as a machine? I'm telling you, brother, there is something they are not telling us. It is stupid for me to ask, but I suppose Mother has still not returned? Has she no love for her own children? Well-being to you, Elutil. There are those little diagrams that you found all over Axiom Verge 1 and in some areas in this game that are clearly spadixes, like stylized spadixes. If I run into one again, I'll point it out. I am mildly worried because I think I did miss a apocalypse flask in my haste to leave that area, and if so, maybe I didn't. Maybe I did get it. I don't remember. This you like can normally you walk across here, but yeah, you can also fall in here. And it's to indicate this. And you might think like, wow, I found a secret. But it's not. There's no secret here. It's just that. And if you keep going that way, it's just like an underground method of getting past this stupid guy over on that side. So there's no real secret there. Just there to trick you. To show off the Proto-Zeter thing, I am going to pick one of these NPCs, not this person. Not this guy, who I think is a girl. But one of these people I'm gonna touch, and then we'll come back and visit them and see if they've changed any. Because you get dialogue as they go through their stages, but because it's unclear, like, exactly how long it takes or how it calculates how much time has passed, it's really hard to, like, keep coming back and seeing all the dialogue options. Or not options, but, you know, because you don't get to choose what they say, but they say different things depending on what stage they're in. I'm not explaining this. This is yet another sequence break, but this one I'm doing both because it's a little easier and because I actually want to somewhat use it. If I can just fucking do it correctly. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time. It's not hard. There we go. So you do that. I am going to grab this note because I'm probably never going to come back here to get it normally. It's like super minor spoilers, I guess. I have been observing the entity the Sagiga referred to as the Lamassu, which we suspect is some form of AI that communicates through various terminals around Gear. Similar to Ansible's and to our portal to Antarctica, it appears to possess trans-world properties of its own, raising the question of whether its mind is even located here, or if it is actually broadcasting from yet another world. Of late, I have been thinking about the apparent connection between the Lamassu's power usage and time flow in the breach. There is evidence that it was able to bring forth weapons and equipment beyond the technological capacity of the people here. How did it do that? Why would it do that? Why did it stop? E.H. It was probably Elizabeth Hammond. I don't know if this gets me anything. Huh. I see what you're probably supposed to do, but I can't do that yet. So here is an area I'm not supposed to be at. I got to avoid all this bullshit to the best of my ability. We're going to avoid that also. All we want to do is get through this without dying. We're gonna save just to heal. What I'm here for is a specific power-up, and then we can leave and go back the normal way. Done. Allows fast travel to save points. Use the map screen. That's what we're here for. Actually, what am I doing? I just do this. There we go. Now we can progress as per the usual arrangement. Usual? Welcome, wielder. They call me the Lamassu. Am I talking to a statue? This form is a facade designed to make me more familiar to those who once lived here. Unfortunately, wielder, I cannot be of help while you are bearing the arms. Do not listen to it, Indra. It is broken. It is why the machines here are so hostile. I just want to go back to my world. You can have these arms for all I care. To prevent contamination of the other worlds, I cannot allow you or anyone else to leave. If possible, the best way to remove the arms is to destroy yourself. Got like a frog in my throat for a second. I can help with this if necessary. Please don't. I don't want you to die. Sorry, I'm going to have to take a rain check on that. Nice meeting you, Lamassu. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with this place? So, it looks like this was some kind of temple. What else is here? This is privileged information and cannot be disclosed. This place was devoted to the Lamassu's teachings. It gave us the knowledge needed to build the arms. Is there something that could help me build a portal back home? Again, this is privileged information and cannot be disclosed. I don't believe so, but there is rumored to be a device that can help protect your body while you control the drone. It would allow you to split your consciousness and reintegrate it afterwards. That would be a relief. Yes, that sounds great. We should try to find a way in there. If you say so. I feel like the Lamassu's, like, kind of stupid. Because Well, I guess I can't say just yet. Alright, let's go. Let's also open that up. Let's also kill this thing for daring to touch me. I don't think there's anything interesting over here. I think this is just lore. Building of the school. Just a note, just like in the first game, these tablets are written in like a cuneiform cipher to indicate that the language is different, but it automatically translates it for you. For lore reasons, it makes sense. Illegible. Instructions of the Lammasu. Our king has built a great fortress, Igi Unug Gal, to defend against the wicked Udug. The oracular signs say they will strive and we must replenish our... strike. And we must replenish our strength. However, the Lamassu's own strength is limited. They have brought to bear Iron Galu from beneath the earth, but only his wisdom can save us. This is what the Lamassu, our lord, said. For the men and the women both, muster from among them the most learned. They are to approach us where we reside in the western mesa and construct an eduba overlooking the valley. Here we will instruct them in the ways. Illegible. Fascinating. Okay. I think all I do here is just open up this, just in case I ever need to come back here. There's a little shortcut. Don't have to go through the Lamassu room again. Trying to decide whether... Okay. We'll go this way then. I don't remember what's over here. I'm good, I have enough points to open it. Journal entry, dangerous ideas. It seems that regardless of every gift the Lamassu bestows, the Udug counter with stronger attacks and improved strategies. We have long wondered at their witchcraft. At last, we are starting to understand how we might harness it ourselves. But manipulating the invisible lattice, which is the center of the Udug's power, requires a mental facility beyond the simple computing machines we have been using, and the Lamassu is not forthcoming with solutions. It seems conflicted, reluctant to help us violate the edicts of gods long dead, yet eager for us to outwit it and perform such violations anyway. The compromise we've arrived at is a terrifying one, but if it does not succeed, it may be the end of us. Ard Lugal. These names, like... Actually, despite not speaking Babylonian or ancient Sumerian or like Akkadian, I still appreciate that the names are like accurate to that. It's a very immersive. It's much better than like, I don't know, making up bullshit fantasy names, which all start to sound the same after a while. Double axe, two-handed axe that is slow but powerful. Because it is slow, I do not want to use it. Okay, trying to think like if it's possible and or worth it to attempt to fight this boss, because this boss is pretty tough. Unless I just like neutered it immediately, then it's easy. Or maybe it's like confused. Normally I like die to this thing. As a drone anyway. Come on, pussy, fight me. Get over here. Get over here. Oh shit, I guess I gotta... Yeah, that fucking killed me. Damn it. I was cocky. I was cocky, kid. I got so close, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna try again. Except, like... Oh, don't do this to me, you fucker. Fuck. Can I even go back? I think so. That's right, bitch. I think I just have to find a circuitous way to get across, get back. I just want to get back with like one screen over or less so I can kill it as a drone without having to worry about all this crap again. But it doesn't look like that's going to be feasible. I mean, all I get out of it is an Apocalypse Flask. Although I do not remember if it's a small or a medium-sized one. I'm going to go back and try again to get back there. Fucking idiot. Didn't know how to move. Okay, let me check the map. Yeah, it doesn't look like I can actually make it. Because the thing is here in this giant room. And I would have to get here. And I can't seem to do so, actually. What I could do is just try again, and if I fail again, that's it. It's fine. That doesn't help me in the boss fight in any way, but it is my standard operating procedure. Is it over here? Am I just stupid and I don't remember? Yes, it is. I don't even have full drone health. No, fuck off. God, there's so many. Why can't I overheat this? I don't have enough MP, but I don't remember using it. Well, that sucks. Yeah, of course that's gonna happen if I don't have, like... I guess because... Yeah, I didn't use it, but also... Let's check the map. But also, I never, like, refilled it from when I last... Whatever. You know what? Fuck it. I got close. Closer than I thought I would. What's over here? Oh, the way that you're supposed to go. And what's over here? Probably a connection to the water place. I'm gonna send the drone out to scout. Because I knew there were those stupid things. Okay. You don't want to go too far, because the whole point was just to get rid of those stupid things that pretend to be stone tiles. Easy. Okay. What's over here? Lore. I really want that sword. That's my favorite regular weapon. I want it. Kazakh Assault. My radio isn't working, so I hope you guys find this. The Kazakhs... Is it Kazakhs or Kazakhs or what? Kazakhs are tracking me. I was hoping for a long hike through the Urum Valley when I decided to visit their research station. It's up past the waterfalls. I don't know what's going on up there, but it's definitely weird. They aren't dressed the same. They have automatic weapons and fired at me. If I didn't hear them shouting in Russian, I would have thought they were different people entirely. Did they think I was going to break in or something? They do know we're all trapped here together, right? They've been chasing me all the way. I don't know if I can make it to the landing site, so I'm leaving this here. I hope I'm worried over nothing, and we'll see you all soon. Khalil. Got some bad news for you, Khalil. Oh god. How's it feel, bitch? That's what those things do. They get on the top and you try to get up and they hit you as soon as you try. Oh, you know what, actually? I want to mark where I just was. To remind myself where that is. I need to come up from the other side. Ah. Oh, thank God. They didn't go after my real body. Not yet. We're gonna get closer. I don't quite remember what I'm here for. The next thing I like getting, after infection level, is infection speed. No, infection range. What is nano points? Ah, I see. Nano points is what they call them. I don't think there's anything over here. Nope. Usan Ra allows you to charge up drone attacks. Hold down the attack button. That's definitely not like a hyper necessary power-up. But I guess it's better than nothing. So if you stand under here, you don't get hurt, which is very useful. I'm glad. Nope, can't go through there. If I remember right, there's like nothing actually over there. Or like nothing I can do now. Finally. Then we can open that up. don't know why I think this is like Mario, like I'm gonna go down the pipe. So don't make the same horrific mistake I've made before, where I like get out of here, press the wrong button, and return to Indra without opening up this door first, which is what you're supposed to do. That was a horrific mistake. It was awful. Nano Lattice 1. Outer nanites form dynamic lattice, reducing damage by 15%. Also, your clothes change color slightly. What's over here? Ah, my favorite. Ah, this is it. If you can get it working, this will allow your human body to defend itself when you're using the drone. So instead of just sitting there in a fugue, my body will get up and fight? Yes, your body will remain conscious. When you return, your two halves merge and your experiences combine. That sounds terrifying, but too useful to pass up. Okay, so let me explain something here. When I saw this, when I read that, I thought to myself, that doesn't make any sense. That can't be right. Because how would you, like on a meta level, how would you program that? How would that work? How could you control... You would either have to control two characters with one controller, which sounds horrific, or there would have to be like, the computer would have to be programmed so well that it can adequately fight in your stead when you are controlling one or the other. And either way seemed unlikely to be the case. That was my thoughts on it. So let's see how this game handles the mechanic. Finally, I breathe again. That doesn't sound like something I would say. Indeed, you are no longer in control of this body. I'm sorry to have deceived you, but now I must go. My home planet needs me. Bloody hell. So yeah, that's how it handles the mechanic. It doesn't. It was all a lie. Shit. She straight up just stole my body. Am I stuck like this? I'm really sorry, Indra. I had no idea this would happen. So you're still trapped in here with me. It's just us now. I'm sorry, I'm not as strong as the others. If I was stronger, I could turn you back into a human. I was supposed to be able to transform things. Is there a way to power you up? Well, maybe. They used to have arms that basically add to existing arms, but it's been so long. Well, that's still Plan B. Plan A being to take my damn body back, somehow. Plan B or Plan A to get the damn 4th Chaos Emerald. Okay. So we're gonna be stuck like this for quite a while. Fun fact, if you sequence break in any of those areas where I said, except for the first one, which doesn't get this far, you can skip this. You do not have to suffer as a drone. For real, forever. Terminal Breakthrough 2, Hammond. For a long time, the breach's temporal discrepancies confounded us until one day Malka pointed out to me that those strange blue terminals everywhere appeared dimmer on some days or others. On a hunch, I recorded the changes over a period of a month, and what do you know? Without fail, the dimming of the terminals corresponded with the slowing of time in the breach. It's only conjecture at this point, but do you think there could be some undetected radiation from the breach interfering with the terminals? Or, perhaps more worryingly, that these terminals have some kind of control over time flow in the breach. Linus. Oh. Was drinking my water. That's why I didn't hit the button immediately. Wielder, it is I, the Lamassu. Have you decided to stop trying to kill me? Unfortunately, that directive must still remain, but recent events have caused another directive to take priority. You mean Amashalama taking my body? Indeed, the consequences of this are dire, and In the past, Amachilama was one of the more troublesome arms. After the wielders defeated the Udug, it was necessary to restore and rebuild society to how it was prior to their introduction. Though most wielders complied faithfully, Amachilama and her wielder resisted, creating a new conflict. By complied faithfully, do you by any chance mean they killed themselves? Destroyed is perhaps more apt, as nothing less than a storm bomb can completely dismantle the arm's nanotech. So you asked Amachilama to nuke herself and she declined? Can't say I blamed her. Nevertheless, you and I have common cause. I have reason to believe she is headed for the suspension bridge at Sector 3326. Destroy her and I will endeavor to return you to your human form. I really like this area, and I like this song. It's my second favorite song of the soundtrack. However, that particular part, when she just screams increasingly loudly, is really loud and almost comical. I'm gonna see if I can kill this guy. That's unfortunate. I killed it and died. So there's my first death. I think if you're like going for a no death run, that like when you're permanent drone, like now that death actually counts. I'm not entirely sure though, because I skipped this portion when I did my own no death run or one death run. Apocalypse Flat's medium. Augments your powers and abilities by 2 points. Nice. 2 points. Oh, I need 3. Never mind. Okay, so what you're supposed to do is go through all the way over here, go through all this bullshit, and it's extremely annoying. So instead, we're just gonna teleport over there. That's way better. I don't even care that it's, you know, sequence breaking. I really like this place because of the background and the palettes, the colors. They're nice and bright. And I love seeing like the background is just more ground. There's no space. It's like a Hollow Earth type thing, which is pretty cool. I don't speak that disgusting language. Sorry, do you speak English? Yes, sorry, I'm Ivan. You look strange. You are from Jonestown? My name is Indra. I did come through there. I know I look weird. Nanotech did this to me. I'm guessing you are with the Kazakhs? Strange machines all over here. Watch out. Anyway, Drushka took other Kazakhs through Breach into Next World, past Breach. Even stranger there. They are crazy, so I stay here. Yet another world? I don't blame you. Did you see another woman come through here besides me? I see many, many strange things. Robot, monster, trap, but not woman. Thanks for your help. Stay safe. Hello again. Any news? No, all this still same crazy bullshit. Thank you for checking me. Okay, I like this guy. He's fine. He seems cool. He seems sane. Like he's not like an idiot who's going to different worlds for no reason. But he's the unlucky one. I have touched him. I've gone past him. He's the one who we're gonna see transform as time goes on. We'll return to him periodically. The ocean continues on for miles and miles. I suppose I could just keep going until I get to the other side, but I'm not going to do that. I just wanted to show off that dialogue. Yeah, I didn't think that anything would change, like in the like 2 seconds since I last spoke to him. Okay, so normally you get over here and you talk to that guy, you save... Fuck. But what your ultimate goal is to continue going across this way. And you do not want to get hit by every single enemy that you run across. It's generally not the plan. The student. To my brother Ludari, life in the Udaba is strange and troubling. The Lamassu and its Umiyas lecture us on the laws of science and technology daily, that we may better build war machines to fight the Udug. And yet, nobody seems willing to explain how such laws came to be. The Lamassu itself is clearly a machine, yet will not speak of who built it. The priests say it comes from the gods. If people can build machines and the Lamassu is a machine, what is to say the gods are not just people? I have been thinking of this, brother, and I am troubled. How far does the lie extend? The heavens, the abyss, the garden of the gods, are they real? Why does no one question? How is life at home? I trust you have enough silver. Well-being to you, Elutil. Okay, you know what? There you go. I just need one of you to get out of the way. No, fuck off. Yes. Actually, you know what? For daring to touch me, I will kill you for that. So here, remember this space. Take this image and store it into your mind dungeon. Just keep it there, keep it safe, keep it secret. I don't think you need to go that far, actually. It's fine if other people know. I think there's some lore up here, yeah. Commemorative speech. Today marks the first anniversary of the invasion of Engur, a battle that will surely be recounted for ages to come. On that day, our bravest warriors, led by the all-powerful wielders, made the first push into the watery caverns of the Udug. Shocked to find a world as dark as it is vast, many fell that day, but we nevertheless held strong, driving our foes back with the holy powers granted by the gods. Raise a chalice to our heroes, alive and fallen alike. May the gods be with them. Melam Ana, Lord of King Gear and King of all the land. Sounds like a great victory. I bet nothing bad happened from it. Oh shit. So you take this here. Ki Inimak allows you to see into the breach and enter hidden breach portals. Wow, I could enter this. It'd be great, but I'm not going to, actually. Oh, I will say, if you see this, like, image here, it usually means to do this, to reveal something. Anyway, we're not doing that. We're going to back to title. We're going to save, though. And then we're going right back in. And we're going to end up here, which is just outside of where we got that power-up. Now you remember I told you to take that image of that place and store it into your mind dungeon. I hope you've done so, because I need you to recall it. And we're going to go back there. You know, take that image out of your mind dungeon. Recall it. Go back to it. Here it is. We're going to go in through here instead. Oh, here's an example of something that was in Axiom Verge 1, and it was organic in Axiom Verge 1, but in this game it's mechanical inside of the breach. So, I don't know. Anyway, we're here. And here's our power-up. This is actually what we need from here. Barrage. Your drone can hover by pressing and holding jump in the air. So that was easy, wasn't it? We didn't have to do much of anything. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. What I meant to do... Oh, these are other thing, or another thing that like was in Axiom Verge 1 that was organic, and I think that this silvery color is meant to imply that it is now mechanical, but it's like so low resolution that I can't really tell. I'm actually not going the correct way entirely. I just wanted to show you that I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, this is where you would come in normally. If you had went through the way that it was obviously projecting you to go to. So you would not be able to, get up here, and you wouldn't be able to go through there. So you would have to go down. But instead we skipped all that bullshit. Here's something that's, I think organic in both the first and second games. Pretty sure I'm wasting my time. Yeah, I can't go any further than this. So we're just gonna leave. Because that's all we needed from here. It's over. And trust me, doing it this way is so much easier than trying to actually do what you're supposed to do correctly. Now we're going to go get the most useless weapon in the world. Royal Dagger, made of arsenical copper and lapis lazuli. So, I know what arsenical bronze is. It's an alloy of copper and arsenic, which was common in the New World pre-European contact because they did not have tin and copper deposits close by to each other. They might not have had tin at all, I don't know. So, you never saw bronze, like that's why they never really got to the Bronze Age, such that a Bronze Age is something we can talk about. But they did have arsenical bronze, and I think that's what this is supposed to be. Like, I've never heard the term arsenical copper outside of this item description, so I have to assume they mean arsenical bronze. Anyway, I'm seconds from getting hit. Alas. Fuck off, man. Shit. Okay, fine, you got me. To come in with it. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Well, chalk that up to another death. I didn't even see that thing. That's why it's so hard to get through. Trying to think if it's even worth it. Fine. I think I'm gonna go back through only because there's some lore that I could get now that I have this ability. At least I thought so. Here we go. Heretic's granddaughter. 60 revered sages gave their lives. In return, we have 10 weapons of godlike power. The king is pleased and the Uduk put to rout, at least for the time being. But it does not feel like victory. Sheshkala was an honorable and proud leader. Gimikala, a respected priestess. Now they are dust, sleeping only summoned when needed. 60 more go into the chambers tomorrow. It seems everything my grandmother tried to warn us of, for which she was unjustly punished, has come to pass. We survive at the cost of all we hope to save. I want this. Give me this. Can you go away? Doesn't look like there's anything useful here. Oh, I already killed this thing, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, yeah, I got some lore out of that. But we don't need to be in this area anymore. Actually, let's real quick check up on our old pal Ivan. See how he's doing. He's probably fine. Like I said, I do not know the exact mechanics of how it determines how much time has passed. Nope, he's perfectly fine. Okay, let's see here. Now, I could go through there, but I'm pretty sure that there's actually nothing useful. I think that all going through here would do is give me that, which is just a weapon upgrade for the drone. Although, since I am currently stuck as a drone, I guess I might as well. I'm pretty sure that this doesn't take too long. But this isn't necessary to do. I'm just going to grab this and open the door. Okay, can't go that way. Can't go this way, so this... Oh, I guess I can go continue down. So if you ever see this stuff in the regular overworld is like... You can kind of see it kind of looks the same, but you can't do anything about it. You can't break it, but on this side you can break it. And it will remain broken. So that just means that there's probably like a secret on the other side that I just revealed on this side. Although I don't know what it is, I don't remember. Okay. So yeah, all we did was open up the way to get through here. Otherwise, that was unnecessary. Oh, you know what? Maybe it was necessary. No, it wasn't. I was just confused. Now we're gonna hear my favorite... Actually... My favorite song on the Axiom Verge 2 soundtrack. If enemies would ever shut up long enough for me to hear it. Fuck. Want to go up there. But I guess I can't yet. You are so annoying. So the fast travel upgrade, it exists where we got it, but it also exists in this area. I mean, it doesn't exist in this area now, but like, if we had not failed to get it in the first area where I actually did get it, it would appear here when we get another chance at it. My lord Melam Anna, the Udug come from beneath the waves of a great flood, their powers allowing them to enter our world through storms of fire that appear in the sky. Until now, the Udug have seemed almost casual about the danger these storms pose to us of flesh and blood. They are doorways and nothing more to them. But yesterday a storm erupted with such violence it was seen to wipe out an entire village. I fear we may have been too successful in our deployments of the wielders. Where the Udug once brushed us aside like flies, they are now hunting us like boar. We must find a way to fight back. Arad Lugal II. So I had previously wondered to myself, why is Indra called Indra? Because Indra, as far as I know, is not a unisex name. Maybe it is, but Indra is the name of a Hindu god. Depending on the story, he is sometimes called the king of the gods, but it depends on the story who exactly the king of the gods is. And there are multiple stories in regards to Indra, but one I recall, not in great detail, was a story involved... Oh, there's, down there's a place where, like, you need to be in the breach to break through there. There's one of the stories I vaguely recall that has, like, Indra flooding the world to bring water back because, for some reasons that I do not recall, all the water had been taken from it. And I'm sure that that's probably the reason why Thomas Happ chose the name Indra, is because of that myth. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I would like to know the definitive reason. See, these fucking things. That's why, like, this is able to fire at me from such a distance, is because these fucking cameras are here looking at me. And there's so many of them. There's 4 of them. Jesus. Okay. Now we can hear the music without all that nonsense going on. This thing here, that in the game files is an Udug. There's more than just that that's labeled an Udug, but that's one of them. Okay, let me see how many... Damn, not even close. Enough BS, Hammond. Where is my daughter? In detention. She needs you. Go to Upstream Port, Sector 4320. You've got some nerve using my daughter like this. She is safe, but needs fix ASAP. EOM. Did you really need to waste bytes by saying EOM? Someone's really asking for an ass kicking. Yeah, you're definitely going to do that as a drone. Looks like we went through the breach again. Isn't this interesting? Different tile set. Does this music sound familiar? It should. It's actually a remix of a song from the first game. Otherworld. This is called An Otherworld, this song. What curious creature is this? Ah, yeah. I used to be just a normal human, I had an unfortunate encounter with some nanotech. I'm trying to find my way back to Antarctica. I see. My name is Zansaya Horshinova, but you can call me Drushka. What is this place? We call this place the Emergence. Most of those from Sagimbayev Station migrated here. Unfortunately, the portal you took here is not physically capable of returning you to Earth. But there has to be a way, even if I have to build a whole new portal. We found evidence that the people in Kingir, the world you came from, were not alone. There are some ruins in the east that are so advanced as to defy explanation. If you can find your way in there, perhaps there is something that can help. So why are you behind that barrier? A woman came by here earlier bearing nanomachines. She thought to threaten us. The barrier is a precaution to keep her from entering the Emergence. That was Amashalama. She's the one who did this to me. This may be hard to believe, but she took my original body, though I tend to get it back. It is not so hard to believe. Separation of mind from body is one of our goals in the Emergence. One day I hope to leverage that same technology for the good of our people. Why are you out here in this chamber and not with your people? The supreme purpose of life is evolution, but our lifetimes are too short to perceive it. However, in the Emergence, time passes differently. In the chamber behind us, for example, is a doorway we call a time valve. Beyond it, time moves faster. That is where we have settled. For some of us, it has been decades since we arrived. I come here periodically to pass the time faster. This way I can steer the advancement of humanity on a long-term scale. So she just waits out here while everyone she knows grows old? It must feel like when I was in that urn all those years. Everyone is gone now. Do you know anything else that can help me? Perhaps. Sometime back we found an urn of nanotech. It was of no use to us, but maybe it can help you. We left it in on one of the chambers above us, if I remember correctly. Okay, there's a typo. That is very useful, thank you. So Drushka was mentioned, she was never seen, but she was mentioned in the first game. Also, this is what I was talking about. This is like a very stylized spadix. This is vaguely what a spadix looks like. So you can kind of see how it's meant to represent something from which multiple worlds are born. This is also somewhat resembling a spadix, except there's a barrier. There's barriers on the two sides. Almost as if it's preventing the worlds from reaching the outside. Isn't that interesting? Here's like some credence to Elsinova's thing, so I guess like she was partially telling the truth. There's these things. These were an enemy in the first game, but they are currently not an enemy now. Normally, I would not want to touch them, but I think it doesn't matter, actually. I think that just being here infects the local wildlife, because they start turning into enemies later, like those little things become enemies. Now this, in the game files, is called a submarine. So that's interesting, because submarines are what you might call water machines. And Rusalki is like a drowned ghost from Slavic myth. And Kuliltu is like a mermaid-type monster thing from a Sumerian myth. So it's all coming together. Can't do anything there. Oh, now I can, but I'm not going to because I know I can't do anything further. Imdug Beer. Hold the button to charge up your slingshot when hooked. Release to launch at your foes. Oh. And that's what that does. Well, that guy's definitely infected. Although, like I said, I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. If I come back here, things are gonna slowly get worse. Like, it's not immediate. That guy got fucked. I just want to break this last block. There we go. Oh, whatever. It's all over for this world anyway. Oh, medium. Yes. So I can use it now. Okay, let's go back. Let's just infect everything. It's all ruined. At least this I can more easily demonstrate. You just put it in your mind dungeon, as I said before. Remember what those things looked like at the current time. And when we return, we will see how it works. You need like max... you need max range and also max like infection ability to actually do this. And the point is to enter here. And all you get is this. A small apocalypse flask. And now you're kind of stuck. Here's something that was in the first game. Okay, let's check our map and see where the closest exit is, because we cannot actually come out through where we came in. Okay. Starting to get nervous that this isn't going to work. Damn. Oh, that's irritating. Is there another? Literally anywhere. What's that noise? Okay, thank God. And then we can just teleport. Now we don't actually need to go back into the emergence, as it's called, although I think it's pretty obvious, it's pretty clear, like, there's some slight possibility that it's a misdirect, like an intentional misdirect, but it seems pretty clear that that is Sudra, which is also interesting because if time goes faster in certain areas of Sudra, you know, it was extremely heavily implied that, that like tens of thousands of years had already passed in the first game since 2007. So if time moves differently, that could be... Like it used to be a common theory that it was absolutely impossible for Trace to have been sent back to Earth because too much time had passed. But if it was like a localized like time dilation thing, maybe he could have been sent back. That right there is another Udug. Okay, I'm just trying to avoid this disgusting thing. Yeah, I wouldn't say that those are harmless, but they definitely don't seem malicious. That guy was just wiggling. I mean, he did shoot, like, disgusting tentacles at me, but... I don't know. I'm just running around because I'm not entirely clear on where to go. I mean, I do know generally where to go, but journal entry, suspension bridge. Our next project is to be a large bridge allowing for the transport of machines and weapons to and from what is to be a workshop of sorts in the east. The Lamassu tells us that we will need godly materials that can only be found there. I'm very curious as to what these may be. More machines like the Lamassu itself? For surely they are not of the gods. What will we learn from them? Our Lugal. Okay, let's just save here and continue on. Just want to clear the area. There we go. This is where I need to go. I know that now. Oh, first, let me not forget to break these things. You might not have seen it, might have missed it, but there's this weird enemy right here. I don't know why it like glitched out like that. Because that's what... Okay, that's weird. It's not supposed to like disappear like that. It's supposed to be very fluid in its animation. Here's some enemies from the first game. Jesus. 2 different enemies, because these guys I really hated from the first game, these things. Luckily they're pointed the wrong way. So here's one of those little eye statues. I know what it's pointing towards, but see, it points to this. You can kind of tell like the texture's a little different, but if you don't know it's there already, it's like impossible to notice, really. I couldn't even see. How was I supposed to do anything about that? What's over here? Yeah, it's just a way to open up different paths. I don't want to use these, but I also don't want to die. That's just weird. Okay, we got the thing there already. We don't need to do it again. I hate everything. See, this is the kind of nonsense that would have happened if we hadn't skipped over large portions, because all this is just like annoying, at least to me. Then again, like, it's partially my fault. Actually, you could say it's entirely my fault. Put so many points into, put so many points into infection. You can't infect any of this crap. It's better than nothing. Fuck off. If you want an easier time of this section, put points into, like, drone defense or drone attack. Don't like, infection max, as the kids say. Okay, I don't think that there's anything too useful over here, and I don't want to deal with that, so let's just get out of here. Let's also save, because this is where we need to be. We are now trapped. Although, if you bypass the portion where you are forced to be a drone, you can get through here without all this rigmarole. Because the thing that's blocking you from accessing this area are these rocks that you need to be human to blow up. So if you never were forced into a drone, you can just do that. Blow yourself up. And here we go. And you don't need this. A new man allows you to transform from drone to humanoid and back. This is it. With this, I should have enough strength to make you human again. Well, human-ish. There you go. So this is a distinctly different ability than how you worked before. Like before, you could be a drone and you go off and then you explode and come back to your old body. This, you can't do that. You are either a drone or a human and you are in the place. And you might think it's like a small distinction, but actually there's like certain areas later on in the game where you can sequence break purely because you can like extend your drone out and then break it, come back. And you can't do that now. God, really stupid that I wasted a nano points or whatever the hell they're called on increasing my drone damage when I'm no longer forced to be a drone. Although being a drone is still useful. I just want to go get this real fast. And then I'll go get the lore and then I'll come back. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I am going to go get the lore. But I'm going to go and get that sword that I marked on my map. I'm pretty sure I can get it now. Plague of Thoughts. In the Udaba last week, the Lamassu let slip a piece of information that has tormented me ever since. That with age, the human mind loses its ability to adapt and is in fact at peak learning capacity during childhood. As I lie awake at night, the sound of Udug storms raging in the distance, I cannot help but think to myself that we may have made a fatal mistake in choosing only the oldest and wisest among us for the armed transformation. A young mind nimble enough to harness powers beyond the Udug themselves. This could surely turn the tides of war, but I shudder to think of who would actually implement such an idea. Let's look at our map, as I just want to see... Yeah. Just want to go get that sword and then we'll progress onward. At least for a little bit. It's like now that I'm not forced into being a drone, we're at a point where like you're more maneuverable as a drone anyway. It's kind of frustrating. It's like they made the drone too good. This looks like a medium flask. That's because it was. Okay. Well, actually, just open this up. Okay, so I can't go in through there. Why not? Because I'm stupid and I just didn't open the gate. I could have and I just didn't. What? Once again, just opening that up. Yeah. I'm way in the wrong place to get that sword. Okay. Well, I'm a little bit ahead and also I can't go that way anyway. So what about here? No, you don't see anything. It's fine. Yes. We've done it. Sickle sword trades damage for speed. I like this a lot, as I like fast. Oh. Unlike the bronze axe, which just like replaces your ice axe, the sickle sword actually has to be equipped and like manually replace your bronze axe. Okay. Now let's see. Kind of want to do that. At the same time, I probably should increase my health a bit. We'll also do that. There we go. I prefer being in human form unless I'm maneuvering. And then we can just teleport back. Oh, I should have picked up that thing that was right there. That health matrix. Okay. Now the reason I did all that first is because there's a boss fight right here. Ah, you again. I was hoping you'd gone away. I still want my body back, asshole. Why can't you just, like... I mean... Obviously you wouldn't be in a position to rationally do this, but it would be... You could just, like, switch bodies now, because now this body's better. Sort of. What makes you think you deserve it, leaving Samara like that? How could you? The hell, you remember that? I have more than just your body now. The truth is, I can hardly stand being you. In points of fact, I expect killing you to be most therapeutic. So, when you kill her, she, reforms there. If she kills you, you reform as well. So this fight's kind of stupid. I just don't want the embarrassment of being killed. This body is as useless as the soul that went with it. Nothing the Siuna won't remedy. I I think you get different dialogue if you're the one who dies 3 times than if you kill her 3 times. I think it's more like it depends on who dies 3 times first. Is a part of my mind still alive inside her? This is very bad. What did she mean about Samara? It was long ago. I was far away for business all the time. I should have been more of a mother to her. She left in her teens and I haven't seen her since. Oh, I'm sorry. My parents were always off fighting in the war. Before I became like this, I mean. It was just me and my sister, but we understood. It is messed up what happened to you, kid. Maybe after I get back home, we can do something about it. I don't know if that's possible, but thank you. There was something I was gonna mention. What was it? Remind me. Remind me in the comments. I can't hear you. It's because if you're in the future. Fuck. Oh well. That's a save again, and we're gonna leave it here. I think this is pretty far along. I think this might be a little bit more than halfway through. Anyway, I'll see you next time.